Okay, I finally took the cab off, which didn't take very long at all. So here's that front Corvette suspension, little defenders on it. Pretty sweet, eh? Okay, now we're gonna go back to the cab. I got it up on the hoist. Now you can see that the floor is just shot in this thing. Just holes. Braces are rotted. More holes. Holes. More holes. It's gotten really thin in here. Like I almost put my finger right through it. There's holes, holes everywhere. That is why I decided to just change the whole floor and call it a day. Okay guys, I'm back again. Cab's off, down where I can work on it. And I installed my safety yellow support bars in the cab so it doesn't move on me at all. As you can see how rotten this cab is, look. It's a shame. Just a shame. So I decided to cut the firewall out first. I'll do one piece at a time just to keep the support of the cab. So I'm gonna do the firewall first. I'm just gonna plasma cut the sucker out and then clean off what's left and then screw and weld the new ones in. And I'm gonna show you the new one here in a second here. Here's the new firewall here, all nice and thick and beautiful. And I got one of my most favorite tools here. Look at this thing. Let's go every inch or so, and look at that. Just knocks a number 10 hole in that part right there, just like that. Nice and beautiful. No drilling, nothing, just knock it out. Love it. Can't praise it enough. All right, there you have the firewall in location where it needs to be. Look at that, eh? Looks so much better. Tomorrow I'll start the floor mock-up of the floor after I weld this firewall in. It took me about maybe 10 minutes easily to cut it out with the plasma, but it took me quite a few to get the spot welds out. And then the fitment of this, there's some rust repair I have to do also tomorrow before I weld this thing in. As you can see, you got it clamped in there. I got some rust repair here on the bottoms here, right there. I gotta sand all this and prep it, and then I gotta make L brackets. And I pretty much gotta do the same on this side as well. That one's gotten pretty thin there too. As you can see, there's a hole there too, so I gotta make some pieces for that before I weld all this in. But yeah, that's so much nicer with a new piece like that. Nice and thick. All right. Here's that fancy front end from that 84 Corvette that I put in the 55 Cameo. It's pretty sweet. You can just reuse those control arms. Believe it or not, the Corvette actually had a leaf spring in that cross member. I didn't even know that, the one I pulled out of it, but now I got these coilovers. You get all the brackets and everything to run them. And then there's those half moons I was telling you about. You gotta cut and weld in. Pretty sweet. This thing's gonna handle so nice. And you just run your motor mounts off of the cross member. Love it. Now let's go over to the truck cab anyways. So this is what I use to install floor pans on vehicles. It's a motorcycle lift that's air over hydraulic. So I just hook up air and I hit this button and the floor pan goes up. And I usually have the bodies on the hoist. And I just drop that down and lift the bike lift. I got the cab corners all mocked up. I got some rust repair here to do. So I'm gonna pull those cab corners off and make new repair pieces. That's like a Monday job, I say, before I weld those cab corners on. And look how nice that is underneath there, all new. Beautiful. Just heaven. All right, same with this side. No difference with the rust issue. So, yeah. And it never come with this panel here, which kind of sucks. I had to make it. No big deal. And I got some dents here I gotta fix. I guess the door got away on them at one time. Some rust, I gotta repair that. And it's no different at the top, but the other side is great, so I got a break there. And yeah, it's pretty, metal's pretty rusty. And I wet blast this all in this pocket before I close this up. And there's that piece I made. Pretty proud of myself on that one. And the other side is pretty much the same. I'm not going to weld anything on the front part until I know that the doors fit 100%, or if I can adjust them to get the gaps better. So I'm going to drop this off the hoist and I'm going to try the doors and see how well they fit. Hopefully they fit pretty good. Yeah, see, ugly. I'm sure you can buy these pieces, but I'm stuck in the house, so I got time to make new ones. And it's, the firewall is in. I welded that in, that's all welded in. But where the firewall meets the floor pan is still loose. I just put screws in to hold it. But it's beautiful, love it. I got a wet blaster here, so I'm gonna wet blast this thing here in a couple days. Wherever I never replace the metal, it's gonna get wet blasted. And that's it, that's our video of the cab. Big window cab. And I gotta knock some dents out of this part here, like always. And yeah. In a couple days I'll have this cab pretty much ready for blasting. All right.